Here are 4 occasions in which irresponsible parents
Put the baby down! Put the kid down!
thought they were above the law, only to be crushed by the consequences of their actions. In a tragic incident, negligent parents in Illinois mistreated and deprived their 8-year-old son of food.
Somebody's in the back right! Somebody's in the back right!
Saw you coming, and then I was scared.
Oh, well, we're here to help you.
Leading to a devastating loss. In another incident, a mother in Calhoun County attempted to drown her own child, but thanks to the swift police intervention, a greater tragedy was averted. The emotional rescue of a 4-year-old girl taken by her own father captured the attention of police body cameras,
Come on, sweetie. You're okay. Come on, sweetie. You're okay.
highlighting the urgency of taking action to protect the most vulnerable. Furthermore, in Florida, a man used a baby as a human shield during a confrontation with the police, underscoring the critical need for rapid and effective responses in extreme situations. Do you want to learn about even more shocking cases and uncover the truth behind situations that will leave you breathless? Body cam. Sickly 8-year-old beaten.
What the do you mean?
Starved to death by parents in deplorable Illinois home. Distressing case in Illinois reveals the cruel tragedy suffered by an 8-year-old, Navin Jones, found dead at home, a victim of abuse, malnutrition, and beatings inflicted by his own parents. Body camera footage documents the devastating impact of the situation, showing officers confronting the harsh reality of the neglect and brutality faced by the child. The child's mother, Stephanie Jones, pleaded guilty to murder charges, facing a sentence of at least 20 years in prison,
Oh my God.
and possibly testifying against the father, Brandon Walker, who faces charges for the murder of his son. What kind of justice do you believe would be appropriate for each parent? Walker's trial is set to begin soon, and if found guilty, he could spend the rest of his life behind bars. The body camera video exposes the lack of attention and concern from the parents, as well as the tragic reality of the severe malnutrition suffered by the child. Despite the efforts of the first responders, the child could not be revived, leading to a heartbreaking scene when the news was communicated to the parents. Person 1. Last night, at 8:00 p.m., the mother put him to bed. Person 2. She called for him. No response. Person 1. Went upstairs. Heard nothing. Entered his room. No response. Cold. Person 2. Because he was cold, she went to the bathroom. Police information about the child's death. Police. Mom, I'm sorry, but I have to tell you. Police. Despite our efforts, there's nothing more we can do. Parents' reaction to the news. Father/mother. Oh my God. The cop just told me. What? What do you mean they can't resuscitate him? That's what I mean. It can't be. It can't be. This case, without a doubt, is heartbreaking. How does this heartbreaking case make you feel? You're okay, sweetie. Cops rescue 4-year-old girl taken by her father.
Come on, sweetie. You're okay. Okay. You're okay, sweetie.
In a sequence of events that kept everyone on edge, officers from the Ohio State Patrol carried out the rescue of Liliana, a 4-year-old girl who was abducted by her father, Eric Mardellini, without custody rights. The impressive body camera footage documented every moment of the rescue operation, revealing the palpable tension and urgency of the situation. The tense pursuit unfolded as the dashboard camera video from the Ohio State Patrol showed officers chasing a silver Ford Taurus with Michigan plates. The situation reached its climax when the car finally came to a stop. Officers, aware of the gravity of the situation, approached the vehicle swiftly, addressing the driver, later identified as Eric Mardellini, to confirm his sole presence. Subtitles. Officer 1. Are you alone in the car? Nardellini. That's right. Officer 2. You. Okay. All right. Everything's fine. Concerned for the child's safety, officers instructed Nardolini to throw the keys out of the window before proceeding with his arrest. Officer 1. Driver, throw the keys out the window. Throw the keys out the window with your hand. Open the door. Nardolini's daughter, Liliana, was found in the back seat, and the officers, with professionalism and empathy, redirected their attention to the well-being of the little girl. Officer 2. Come on, sweetheart. You're okay. Come on, sweetheart. You're okay. Liliana, crying. I was scared. Officer 2. It's okay, sweetheart. Now you're okay. How do you assess the use of body camera footage that captured every moment of the rescue operation? After successfully removing Liliana from the vehicle, an officer continued to comfort her while wrapping her in a safety blanket. Despite the terrifying experience, the officers reassured the frightened girl that she was now safe. Officer 2. Well, we're here to help you. Okay, sweetheart. Yeah, we're going to bring your mom here. We're going to take care of you. Okay. All right. How does this Liliana rescue story and the tense pursuit by the Ohio State Patrol make you feel? Investigators later revealed that Nardolini had no legal right to take his daughter, as he had been court-ordered to turn Liliana over to her mother. This dramatic incident underscores the importance of rigorously following legal procedures in custody disputes. What additional measures do you think could be taken to prevent situations like Liliana and her father, especially when court-ordered custody is involved? Bodycam video shows Florida man using infant as human shield during standoff with police. In a shocking incident, bodycam footage reveals a man in Florida using an infant as a human shield during a standoff with the police. The situation becomes intense, with officers urging the man to release the child and cease his resistance. Subtitles. Officer 1. Put the baby down. Put the kid down. Officer 2. Put the kid down. Give us the air. Put the kid down, dude. Officer 3. Put the kid down. Officer 4. Put the kid down, dude. Put the kid down.
Put the kid down! Give us the air. Put the kid down!
Oh my God. The situation is critical, with officers repeatedly demanding that the man release the child and create a safe space to resolve the situation. The tension at the scene is palpable as the police try to manage the threat without endangering the baby. Despite the dangerous standoff, the officer's priority is to ensure the safety of the child. Officer 2. Put the kid down, buddy. Put the kid down. The gravity of the situation intensifies, and the officers, visibly concerned, continue to urge the man to bring an end to the situation. Perhaps this is the toughest case you've seen in a long time, right?
And well, tonight, for the very first time, you will see what Norwood police found in the apartment of a woman who is charged with padlocking her 2 children inside.
Norwood police body cam footage shows children padlocked in apartment. What the Norwood police discovered in the apartment of a woman accused of padlocking her 2 children. Nicole Jones now faces charges related to child abuse. Chief Investigative Reporter Craig Cheatham has the exclusive video that you'll only see on ZPO9. A social worker alerted the Norwood police after discovering that Jones had her children padlocked in her apartment. The padlock blocked the door. According to Jones, her 2 children, aged 10 and 8, lived with her. This is how the police encountered this chilling situation. The body camera footage captures the moment when the first Norwood officer arrives at Nicole Jones' apartment after the social worker conducted an unannounced visit. After discovering the padlock, the social worker called the police. Officers attempted to communicate with the girls through the door, but received no response. An officer decided to cut the padlock. After going through the apartment calling for the girls, one of them finally opened the door and was evidently in distress. Officer, why did you do that? Jones, because, okay, we were leaving. A few minutes later, and approximately 19 minutes after the initial police arrival, Jones walks in. She calls her children to say goodbye. According to the police video, the children's grandmother and aunt arrived to take care of them. Jones was subsequently released, But the case raises serious questions about the safety and well-being of the children in her home. As you watch the body camera footage, what emotions arise when the officer cuts the padlock and enters the apartment? Police save child from attempted drowning by mother in Calhoun County. Our other top story is an almost unimaginable case of child abuse in central Michigan. The video is shocking. Body cam footage is heart-wrenching as the police intervene just in time to save a 2-year-old girl who is being drowned in a bathtub by her own mother. Police say 3 children narrowly escaped being killed after their older sister called 911. Mark McDonald is live downtown. Mara, it's important to note that this body camera video is really brutal. What thoughts come to mind when you learn that 3 children were nearly killed, with the older sister calling 911 for help? It's horrible, Devin. What happened here is that a little girl, in the process of being drowned in the bathtub, has 2 siblings whom the police found with stab wounds and who were forced to drink chemical cleaning fluid. Albion police, along with Calhoun County, kicked in the door to find a 35-year-old mother holding her 2-year-old underwater in the tub. They immediately pulled the child out of the bathtub and began doing CPR, managing to revive her fairly quickly. The next discovery is just as awful. 2- and 4-year-old children were forced to drink cleaning chemicals and suffered stab wounds. Out of the house to the hospital, where they are recovering. The mother is in custody, and the 15-year-old sister of the children called 911 in what the chief describes as a chaotic call. I know it was pretty frantic, and there was crying in the background. They were saying they were screaming. And she was saying she thought her mom was trying to kill her or her sister. Albion police say they've been to the house before, not for child abuse, but for domestic assault, where the 35-year-old mom was the victim. She's now facing charges for the attempted murder of 3 of her children. Officer, stop. Stop right now. They immediately pulled the child out of the bathtub and began doing CPR, managing to revive her fairly quickly. Officer, are you okay, sweetheart? Can you breathe? The next discovery is just as awful. 2 children, aged 2 and 4, were forced to drink cleaning chemicals and suffered stab wounds. Officer, we need medical assistance immediately. Out of the house to the hospital, where they are recovering. The mother is in custody, and the 15-year-old sister of the children called 911 in what the chief describes as a chaotic call. Sister, help us. My mom is trying to kill us. Operator, stay calm. Help is on the way. Considering the severity of the actions, what do you think should be the legal consequences and protective measures for the children involved? And so concludes this incredible story. Who would have thought that a routine afternoon would take such a surprising turn? If you enjoyed this thrilling episode, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe for more impactful content, and comment your impressions. See you in the next video. Until soon, and may the adventure never end.